Hey guys, this is John and Curt with True Shot Gun Club, and today we're going to be talking about the Springfield Armory XDM Elite 10mm. Alright guys, so earlier this year, Springfield came out with a 3.8-inch XDM Elite in 10mm. And now they're jumping into the full-size game with this 4.5-inch XDM Elite 10mm with the optics cut. So this is OSP. So Curt, what do you see here that kind of gives you an upgrade? Because they did have an older version of the 10mm. Now we've got this Elite version. What upgrades did they kind of do to it?
So Springfield added a extended magwell to this, as well as their OSP optics cut, which is RMR ready.
So we did take this out to the range for review. We put about 200 rounds through it. We used PMC, Arms Core, and a couple other flavors of 10mm. I believe there was some SIG in there too. So Curt, we had 100% reliability. What was your shooting impressions of the gun?
Like with all 10 mils, that caliber, it tends to be a bit spicy.
Yeah.
With the Springfield and all their XD line, it is. That bore axis is going to be sitting a little bit higher. So it doesn't necessarily do it any favors. I honestly wish there was a little bit more grip texture as well. We shot this with a number of other 10mm, and this one was a little bit harder to kind of hang on to, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, and I had the same experience. It was a little jumpy out of the hand. We did have another gun out there with us in 10mm that we tried. That being said, it was kind of easy to get back on target. I'm going to be a little bit critical about it. Let's start with the good. The good on it is the magwell. The magwell itself is very easy to load the mags in. The mags are 16 rounds. I believe with the extension on there, we got 17 rounds in the gun. So with the 17 rounds in the mag, 18 rounds total. So 18 rounds of 10mm, I can't really frown upon.
And it comes with 2 mags as well,
right?
Which is nice.
So overall experience now, here's where I wish there was some things that could upgrade. The sights, I wish they went with suppressor height sights or at least co-witness sights for the optics cut. Again, the gun doesn't come with the optic, so this is an optic provided by Springfield for this test gun. So I wish they did that. It was a little bit more co-witness on it. That being said, the optic, we did have a little trouble with it picking up in the sun. We are in Arizona, so the bright sun kind of did that. And I think we would have that issue with any other optic we have on it. We did have another optic out there that we did have the same issue with, so it's not just the optic itself. The gun got back on target quickly. It was easy to use. The things that I could say that may need a little bit tuning on it is the false reset on the trigger.
Yeah.
The trigger, there's, if you've ever messed with an XD trigger, there's 2 kind of distinctive clicks. I wish that could go away. That being said, I can't complain because the gun only weighs 31 ounces. The round count is great. This would be a great gun for bear country. Even though it was snappy, it was easy to get back on target.
Agreed.
So there are some things that I'm being very nitpicky about. If I'm looking for a duty-driven 10mm, especially at the price point this is coming in at, I think this is a great option for that price point of the MSRP of $653 with an optics cut.
I totally agree. And like you said, it falls right in line with all the other pistols in the XDM line. That trigger, it's very similar to other XDMs, right? That high bore axis, that's just what you're going to get. I agree. Where I see this pistol is, I think it's a great option for bear country, for camping, for things like that. Are there other 10 mils that are more enjoyable to shoot at the range? I would honestly have to say yes. That being said, I at no point question the reliability of this pistol in any way. And honestly, I seriously considered, because the weekend after we went out and tested this, I seriously thought about taking it out because we were in bear country, and I would have definitely preferred to have that 10mm with me. So I would say it is. If you can find If you're at the gun store and you can find one of these, Springfield 10 mil, and it's at a good price point, I'd jump on it.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at with it. There's things that I wish would change, but that being said, we shot it great. It was reliable. It went back on target pretty quickly. The grip is just... We shot the 3.8, and that grip was a little too small. It's a compact gun, right? So this just gives you that little bit of extra, so you can get a good two-hand purchase and bring that gun right back in. The magwell, that is super easy to go. So we'll cut to some B-roll of that where we were loading it in. Overall, if I was looking for a 10 mil for bear country for that type of defensive use, then yeah, I can't go wrong with this because I have 18 rounds of 10 mil.
Agreed. Is
this my first pick? Maybe not, but if it's at the price point, if it's coming in, if I walk into the store and it's between this, probably it's going to come in at a $500 street price. Between this and a gun that's $700, I'm going with this all day.
I totally agree. I 100% agree.
Because I know it's going to be reliable. I know it's going to run. I wish this optic did sit a little bit lower. I would run it with irons. That fiber optic front is always great. I can't complain about that. Overall impression of it, it's a shooter. That's all I can really say. It's a shooter. It's a great bear country gun, really.
So I think at the end of the day, if you like XDs and you're looking for a 10 mil, this really is a solid choice because, again, dependability, it's there. I think really where this fits in, like we've talked about, I think it would be a great backcountry gun. And if you can find this at a gun store at a good price, I would jump on it. As a range gun, I think that honestly, for me personally, I might look at some other options, but I could definitely see it, fitting up in my lineup.
Yeah, and the gun was 100% reliable. We really didn't have any malfunctions. It's just the small things, really. It just needs some things to make it better, if you could put it that way. Just the coat witness sights, maybe a better trigger, dropping at apex. The magwell is great, I will say that, and the optic just sits a little too high. If it sat a little lower, I think you'd have a really great contender. But like you said, if I find it at a street price that's lower or competitive to some of the other options, I'm picking this up just because it's the lower point, and I wouldn't feel bad dragging this to the backwoods and beating it up because that's what it's designed to be. It's designed to be beat up. It's designed to go in the backwoods and for bear protection. 17 rounds of 10 mil is nothing to, or 18. I think we fit 17 rounds into the mag. It does have that extension on it. So overall, it's a reliable gun. It runs. If you like XDs, it's for you. If you don't like XDs, I can see why.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate all the comments and all the feedback. Be sure to like and subscribe. Click the little notification bell.
Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day.